I can't wait to see pictures. I feel so bad I missed it. Did you deliver the card for me?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good, thank you.
Tent's up there. Yeah, we still have time. Bruce my level. I'm hoping you're right. Yeah. So. Yeah. For 5 minutes sometime during the day, it's just gonna cool off. So the sun's down, it's just ugly.
Good evening.
Good evening. Put your jacket on.
Because I'm freezing ever since I walked in downstairs. I'm always cold in here.
Okay. It might be available on Sunday, October 6th.
I noticed right as the high holidays are starting, when we're reading in the tent, that the temperatures are going down 10, 15 degrees.
Maybe they won't put the tent up.
Hello, with the brain on it.
Hi.
Hey, Mom Shalom. Yeah, so is that all? Help remind me. Good evening. I'll I'm such a space kid. My house knows me.
Oh, I dropped the wrong one.
Maybe I'll.
No, it's the same basket, let me tell you, this brain just doesn't.
Well, we had a better chance than with just my family. Although, I just had my annual Monday. My doc commented they gave me a memory test and I passed fine. But she said, you did better than everybody. I gave this to practically, including people half your age on the math team. But I always did a numbers person from the time I was a little kid. I don't count before I was 17. Like that, in a way that made sense where it was you know, in a game, and I don't know what the game was, but it was there because I remember the kindergarten teacher kept telling me. But anyway, so all the number things where they have, they say a number and then one is saying it backwards. I mean, 57, you know, or someone's overoriented. Then they get up to 40. It was one of those that says, I think it was kind of said, but yeah. And then they had one item, the only thing I didn't get all was anytime I take a first. And I remember my first letters, but I only remember 3 and 5 words. But I had perfect answers and everything. And this was a touchy subject. And I have a great primary care. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Whose number?
Gil.
Oh, yeah, that's my, I've got it on my phone. And
When it got closer.
it turned out all kind of the same way.
I tried to change
Same
it. One day, it would have cost me almost $1,000.
Scary. Anyways, and well, last time we had together at my house, she
I made my one trip to
anyway, so the doctor was telling and she Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm sorry.
How much?
Wasn't using my right leg.
Oh, yeah, but different, copy her, different copy right here. So it's really
She's got a big version of the
No, it's another one,
Oh, it's a different one.
but it's the same.
Wait a minute. It's either the same or different.
That's 2006.
No, this one has weekday prayers in it, and this one is just Shabbat.
Oh, okay. What is this? And, but it has special holidays in it.
I'm getting better. There's words that I'm able to, there's letters I'm able to, like this is L and this is L.
Why did you have a meeting? Rabbi, how long did it take you to learn how to play the shofar?
A while. I learned a couple different times in a couple different ways. What's made it better is practice, just like with any other musical instrument, so.
Well, I've tried it and worked with it, so that's what it's very.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to the last Shabbat of 5784. Let that sink in. I'm Rabbi Batsheva Appel, and because Rosh Hashanah is next week, we must be in the Hebrew month of Elul. And part of Elul is the recitation each day of Psalm 27. We're on page 662 of your prayer book, page 662. I know you never go back there, but you're going back there for this. And thank you so much to our musicians for tonight, Steve and Petra Pollock. They actually learned this song because I asked them to earlier this year, and I'm just delighted. And this is verse 4, the song's based on verse 4. One thing I ask of Adonai, only that do I seek, to live in the house of Adonai all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of Adonai and to frequent God's temple. The words won't be an exact match, but this should help you sing along.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. The other thing that we do in the month of Elul, and it's not quite Shabbat, so we're going to do this. I would invite those who are, I would invite all those who are comfortable in doing so to please rise as we sound the shofar. And if you will repeat after me, Tekiah,
Tekiah,
Shivarim,
Shivarim,
Teruah,
Teruah,
Tekiah Gedolah,
Tekiah,
welcome to our evening services, both those who are joining in our sanctuary and those who are joining us virtually. We are a diverse community that encompasses a range of backgrounds and experiences. We are using Mishkan Tefillah tonight, which looks a lot like this. When I invite you to stand, please do so as you are able and comfortable in doing so. And if after you stand up you find the need to be seated, please feel free to be seated. Thank you again to our musicians this evening, Steve and Petra Pollack and Janet Kaufman on mandolin. That is not your typical, I keep finding atypical musical synagogue instruments. Mandolin would be one, harmonica would be another, and I think the congregation is better off for it. I want to remind you to please turn off your cell phones and anything else that beeps or sounds or removes you from your Shabbat observance. And I'm going to now invite you to set an intention for the last Shabbat of 5784. So first you're going to get yourself set physically, and that's going to include, and again, only as you're comfortable in doing so, uncrossing your legs and putting your feet on the floor, uncrossing your arms and just having them by your sides. You might even close your eyes, again, only as you are comfortable in doing so. In just a moment, I'm going to invite you to take 3 deep breaths, because 3 is the number of intention. And you will use those 3 deep breaths to set your own intention for this Shabbat. Your intention for this Shabbat could be, you know what, I just need to put down all of those lists and all of those reminders and all of those appointments and just be at peace. Your intention could be, you know what, I'm doing some work this Elul and I hope I can finish it by Rosh Hashanah, and Shabbat is a good time to do that. Your intention could be, I want to experience the holiness of Shabbat. Whatever it is, it's your intention to set, and I invite you now to close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and set your intention for Shabbat. We continue on page 127 at the bottom of the page together. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories flowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. We continue on page 131 with Psalm 96 at the bottom of the page in the Hebrew. Yisbechu Hashamayim, Yisbechu Hashamayim, Yisbechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz, Yisbechu Hashamayim. Yisbechu Hashamayim, Yisbechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz, Yerahayah, 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 Numero, Yerahayah, 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 Numero, Yisbechu Hashamayim, Yisbechu Hashamayim, Yisbechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. We continue on page 138 with the singing of Lecha Dodi. We continue on page 145 together. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Bless my day be today as the one before. Bless routine set my ways. We continue on the facing page with the Chatzi Kaddish. Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabba Yamad evrach hirutei v'yamnich machutei B'chayei chol yom nechon U'chayei techol Beit Yisrael It pa'arit ramam it naseh it hadar it alev it halav shmei kudsha brichu le'elamim kol bircha ata v'shirata, tushkechata v'nechemata, daviram be'alma, ve'yimeru, amen. As you rise, we continue on page 264, page 264. Please be seated. We continue together in the middle of page 265 in the English. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, Amari Baravim. Avad Olam, page 266. Adonai, Olam Yisrael. rise, page 267. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinamtam levanecha ve'dibarta B'shivtecha b'beitecha u'b'lechtecha b'derech u'shoftecha u'kunecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha ve'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'yisharecha leman tizkeru et kol mitzvotai v'yetem gerushim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'ot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 269, we continue responsively by paragraphs. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all. With that oneness includes our grasp and same perfection. Before our eyes, there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul. When will redemption come? We grant everyone what we claim for ourselves. Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High. We learned God's presence redeems time and event. So we celebrate this power that makes for freedom. Page 270, Mi Chamocha. On the facing page, Hashkidenu. page 272 together in the English. Those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. We continue on page 273 with the Amidah, the prayer said while standing. I invite those who are comfortable in doing so to please rise. Adonai Sefatai Tiftachu V'yarite Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'eloheinu L'gibor V'Noram El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Yaakov V'Zocher Chasdehot V'Imahot U'V'Nigedola Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo V'Ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin Baruch atah Adonai Magin Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atara V'Hoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Somer Noflim V'Ropeh Olim U'Matir Asurim U'Mkayem Emunato L'Shenei Afar Michal Mochav Liburot Omido Melach Melech Megid U'Mekayem U'Mashiach Yeshua V'Ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol Atah kadosh Shimcha kadosh U'kedoshim b'chol yom yaladu chasela Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Together, you are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. On page 278, together in the middle of the page. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. We continue individually until page 282.
Shalom Rav, prayer for peace.
Baruch atah Adonai hamevarech l'mol Yisrael b'shalom. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people with peace. It is the custom of the congregation now, at this point in the service, to offer thanks for all of the gifts and blessings that we enjoy for our celebrations and for our simchas. I would like to invite anyone in the congregation who is celebrating or who has something they are especially grateful for to share their joy and thanksgiving with our community. Ooh, that was speedy.
I'm a proud new great-grandparent of a baby girl.
Ooh, new great-grandparent of a baby girl, Mazal Tov. That's lovely. Have you met the great-granddaughter yet?
Not yet, she was just born on Monday.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. Well, Mazal Tov to you and to the family. Other folks who are celebrating, doesn't need to be that momentous, yes?
This is gonna sound silly, except I find it really lucky for me. I have a great primary care doctor, and I did my annual physical on Monday, and she's always so attentive to the more subtle things and everything that do contribute to my overall health. So I'm just very grateful to have her as part of my care system.
Having somebody to help you navigate the healthcare system is not a small thing. So that is definitely something to be grateful for. Other things that people are grateful for, yes?
I'm chewing through my life bucket list and I took my first in-person piano lesson.
Ooh, an in-person piano lesson. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. That's a great thing to put on your bucket list. We've got a couple of them in the building, let me just say. There's one up here, there's two over there. You know, we got choices. That too. Okay. Other things that people are grateful for or would like to share. Okay. You have something over there? No. Okay, great. For all these things, Eternal One, we say, Modim anach lilach. We give thanks to you, source of all. May we go from strength to strength, and may we always offer our abundant thanks for your many blessings along the way, and let us say, Amen. We now think of those who are ailing and in care. We ask for names of congregants and friends who are in need of healing.
My daughter Elizabeth. My daughter Judith.
Richard Cordes, Lisa Wilson, and Laurent Boulard.
My daughter-in-law Sabrina Vogel.
My mom, Rita Kaufman, and Lisa.
Tom Allen.
My husband and her son, Robert Brown.
Art, Dave, Joan, Arlene, Sandy, Steve.
My son, Phil Sigler.
Stan Mahalachek.
To those names, I add Simon Rosenblatt, Ginger Schulman, and Sheila McLean, and Harav Ariel Aviva Bat Harav Uri. For those of you who are joining us virtually, I would invite you to say the names of those that you are keeping in mind for healing now. We join together on page 371. In the middle of the page for the singing of Misha Barak, a prayer for those who are in need of healing. There are times when we need to act urgently, act now, today. I'm not speaking of limited time offers in your Facebook feed. Act now, supplies are limited. I'm talking about the imperative to do something. Our Torah portion this week emphasizes making choices, but in particularly making choices today. Moses has finished the review of the commandments and warnings about what the Israelites need to remember as they enter the land, and now he returns to the theme of the choices that are before them and the consequences of those choices. You are standing here today, all of you, before the eternal your God, to enter into the covenant which God makes with you today in order to establish you today as God's people. I make this covenant with its sanctions, not with you alone, but both with those who are standing with us today before the eternal your God, and those who are not with us today. Today, 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 today. In our Torah portion, Parashat Nitzavim, we read the word Hayom, today, 13 times. The language is urging us to make our choice, not because supplies are limited or the offer is limited, but because of the seriousness of the choice. They have set before you life or death, blessing or curse. Choose life, therefore, that you and your descendants may live. Uvacharta b'chaim, choose life. This choice between doing what God commands and receiving blessing, or not doing it and receiving a curse has been repeated many times as we have read through the book of Deuteronomy. This time there was an emphasis on the idea that the choice is not some choice made at another time, but the choice is being made right now, today. The Israelites are already making the choice to fulfill the covenant with God or not, even though they haven't entered the land. Once they enter the land, they will continue making their choices on a daily basis. Being a part of this covenant is not as simple as saying yes once or even yearly. Our choices are what demonstrate whether we are fulfilling our side of this agreement. My struggle with the theology of God saying, do what I want or I'll zap you, means that I don't see it as a literal choice between life and death. I prefer to read the choices as metaphorical. We see the consequences of our choices in our lives. When we choose life by choosing to enjoy life and by choosing to emphasize our connection with God, we feel one way. When we choose to close ourselves off from life and from God, we feel very differently. As it says in the Psalms, Zeh hayom asa Adonai, nagila v'nismecha bo. Today is the day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad on it. We are preparing for our new year in a matter of days. Yeah, Wednesday night, folks. As we end the year 5784 and move into 5785, we might remember that the year that is almost gone was made up of a series of todays. We are bound by the cycles of times, the changing of the seasons, the calendar based on the sun and the moon. We can also be cognizant of the cycle of each day, the choices that we get to make, and the consequences of our choices. As the year comes to an end, may we remember our choices and be wise enough and strong enough to choose life for ourselves and our loved ones. Hayom, today and every day. For the concluding part of our service, we turn to the Aleinu, page 586, and I invite you to rise either in body or in spirit. Aleinu l'shabbat Adon hakol, l'atenu l'yotzer reshit, shehu notech v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo samachokenu kahem, v'go rabbeinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malkei halavim, hakadosh baruch hu. Page 591. V'nehemar v'hayadonai l'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Please be seated. At this time, we think of all those who have gone before us, those whom we remember and miss, those who we still mourn in the still silent places of our hearts. We are in the period of Shiva, the first 7 days of mourning for Audrey Roberts Kling. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Perry Packer. We also recall Shira Cronenberg, Harriet Barrenter, Maria Stern, Edward Levitch, Judith Tellman, David Thompson, Judith Garter, Marion Holmes, Alan Salzberg, Linda Tell, Myrna Herman, Pam Human, Lee Edge, who died in the past several months. Are there others whose names you wish to mention?
My father, Theodore Leeds.
Linda Kelly.
Oh, no.
Jennifer Hearn.
My mother's partner, Robert Copeland, who died just that little bit before she did.
Oh my goodness. I invite those who are joining us virtually to say the names of those you are remembering now. And now I invite the mourners and all whose custom it is to do so to please rise for Kaddish, found on page 598. Yid Gadol, Yid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Yalmad Yivrach, Yiruteh, Yamlin Malchuteh, B'chayachonu Yamechonu Chayei Kol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agalah Ubizman Karmi V'Yimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Olmei Olmaya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitba'ar V'Yitramah V'Yitnaseh, V'Yitadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shemei V'Kudsha V'Richu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata, Tushbechata V'Nechemata, Ve'amiram Be'alma V'Yimru, Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabbah Min Shemaya, Ve'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'Yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Ramah, Huya Aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'Yimru, Amen. We say Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for blessing and may peace come to all who mourn. Please be seated. We continue now by saying, are there any announcements for the congregation? As I've got some. Anybody else have some? Okay, the ones that I've got, tomorrow night at 7:00 p.m., we're having our Slichot program and then a Slichot service. The Slichot program is going to be watching the Academy Award-winning documentary, The Last Repair Shop, and then having a discussion, a Nash, and Havdalah, and I'm not sure it'll be exactly in that order. We might do Nash, then film, or discussion, then Nash, and who knows? We're gonna keep it open. Following that program at approximately 9 p.m., but we might get here earlier. Here in the sanctuary, we're going to have a brief Slichot service. Slichot refers to penitential prayers, and they are prayers that we say the Saturday night before Rosh Hashanah. It's a way of getting into the mood of being ready for repentance, ready for these days of atonement, ready for these high holy days. So that's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. I'm sorry? 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Okay. And then Wednesday night, we have Rosh Hashanah. So for those of you, because we are now going to be in a tent, so that's an important piece of information for how you prepare for the evening. We are going to be in a tent, so dress accordingly. But it means that we can have a festive meal together in the social hall prior to that. But you need to RSVP for the festive meal, because otherwise we don't know to set a place for you at the table. So that's one festive meal to prepare for. Then at 10 a.m. on Thursday and at 10 a.m. on Friday, there are going to be morning services for Rosh Hashanah. The Thursday will be first day of Rosh Hashanah. The Friday will be, second day of Rosh Hashanah. And then Friday night, a week from tonight, will be Shabbat Shuvah, as well as on Saturday, that will also be Shabbat Shuvah. And then 2 weeks from tonight, I know it's so fast, is going to be Yom Kippur. And again, there's going to be a festive meal, more somber one, I guess, before Yom Kippur, but you have to register for that. And again, we're going to be in the tent. And while the weather so far, looks amazing and glorious for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, who knows what it'll be a week from today. So just keep that, or rather 2 weeks from today. So just keep that in mind. Be ready if you're going to be in the tent. Are there any folks who are joining us for the first time tonight who would like to stand up and introduce themselves? There you go.
Hi there, my name's Ben Gittler. I recently moved here. It's wonderful to be back in a Jewish community. Originally from Minneapolis. Lived in a lot of really cool places, but unfortunately none of them really had a community. So with some of the staff and the rabbi, this is fantastic. So thank you.
Welcome.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm Walt Modler, and this is my wife Maggie. And my own curiosity, I wanted to attend the service. I'm a Protestant, but I wanted to see what occurs, and I am tremendously moved and impressed. I don't understand how a world could be unhappy with a culture that believes in so much love.
Thank you and welcome. Yes.
So this is my mother-in-law, Evangelina. As far as mother-in-laws go, I really hit the jackpot. And then this is Vicky. She is Evangelina's friend, but she's also become my very good friend. And Rosa is Vicky's sister.
Ah. Okay. Welcome. Anyone else? Okay. So for those of you who are not accustomed to being here on a Friday night, when we finish, we will reconvene across the way to say the blessing over the bread and over the wine. Anybody can partake of that, but we will not be saying those blessings until we reconstitute everybody who's here tonight. And I just have to say our elevator for people who need an elevator is really slow. So just keep that in mind. Prayers for peace, I indicated to Steve and to Petra this evening, this week, that prayers for peace would be a good thing. So we're going to do a different prayer for peace on page 657. See, 2 songs from the back of the book. It's good to be back there sometimes. Thank you again to Josh Holmes, to Janet Kaufman, to Petra Pollack, and to Steve Pollack, our musicians for this evening. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu.
And this one includes both Shalom and the Arabic Salam, prayer for peace.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I do not have sand tomorrow. So I'm gonna check out him. The only person I got to do anything is Dawn, and he's gonna,
Okay,
I'm talking to him.
something like that.
all right,
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay, so we'll see you next week
Yes,
for a couple of things.
right.
Okay.
Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Friday.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. Doesn't matter, they both go to the same place. So, Shabbat Shalom, Papa. You can go over here or over there.
Of course.
I feel so much.
But I have. And it's just so, I mean, even when I had insurance.
Well, it is just an insurance business, $5,000. And it's so.
Very strange. Well, I mean, that's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I hope school's pretty vibrant.
Well, I think it's pretty vibrant.
Yeah.
Preschool.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have so many kids.
It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's amazing.
No,
No.
anymore.
So,
And find us.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I had so much, it's just so weird. I don't know, should I be rushing on it or should I, now I'm feeling like, okay, you guys put me in fact in, so I'm okay, like, you know.
But just to come here and show up, I'm comfortable. And you need to be invited. And you're all invited.
Well, I don't need to, but I mean,
But
I am in the mood with Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, you are? You're not going to see your parents?
No, my
What's
parents
wrong with
are, what is wrong with me? No, but here's the thing, I was just in Iceland and I'm going to, I'm gonna meet Dan for Yom Kippur.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't cope with another trip.
I totally get it.
My close friend in Salt Lake asked me, she's leading services there for our Kabbalat, and she asked me to come, and I just can't. No, it's too much.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it took, I thought, oh, it'll just take me a day to get over the jet lag, but it didn't.
Is that on May 1st? Could that be berries? Very stern? We gotta look in here. What is this?
Oh, that's crazy.
And a card?
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Then I could find you the next citizens arrest to say, let me see your list.
Oh, sorry, I don't have it.
You know, and something happened on the Dan's guitar, Steve.
What?
The bridge, it like was, I don't know what happened, but the bridge somehow snapped. Anyway, he took it to the 12th fret, and they did this like very elaborate repair. I just picked it up today, it was beautiful.
Into the bridge.